Good evening, everybody.
Ooh,
Welcome to 31 Days of Monsters, a watch party. Everybody's been wanting
yeah.
to do one of these things. Let's do this. Hold on a second here. There we go. That's better. I got my buddy Andy Smith here. I think we're going to have some other professionals show up tonight to watch this movie with us. We're going to watch, uh, was it City of the Dead? From
Yes.
1960, starring the wonderful Christopher Lee. There's not a lot of really great uh, public domain films that are out there. They're either shit or they're really old. But every once in a while, there's a good one, like Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price, Night
hmm
of the Living Dead, and I think this one is a decent one as well. Oh, we got
How
another
old,
person
how,
just
how old
showed
was
up.
Christopher Lee in this,
What's
do
that?
you think? How
How
old
old?
was Christopher Lee when he did this?
Well, 1960, I would say he was probably in his late 30s, be my
That's
guess.
what I thought, because I did watch the trailer today, and I
Okay.
was like, that's got to be him. But wow, he looks so young.
Well, I mean, well, he didn't start with, but everybody knows him from 1959 or 1958's Dracula film, where
Hmm.
Hammer started.
hmm
Hold on a second, let me just bring my bro in here. Hello, Aaron.
Hello, gentlemen.
Are
I
you
am
ready?
ready for a monster movie
Do
extravaganza.
you not have
Nice.
heat in your house, Aaron? You have a
No,
jacket on.
my wife, it's freezing in here and she still has fans on. She like runs like 10 degrees hotter than everybody else. So we're all in here freezing and she's like,
Menopause is a bitch, bro.
yeah,
Short sleeve.
that's it.
It
That is
is
it.
indeed. Aren't you glad you got a stem on the apple?
So Christopher Lee was born in 1922. So in 1960, that would have
Oh,
made him 38.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, late 30s. That's what I thought.
There you go.
Yeah. And
I'm here to
he,
help.
he's one of those guys, Christopher Lee, um, uh, Peter Cushing, Vincent Price. I'll throw Michael Caine in here too, because these are guys that can make A-list movies, B-list movies, and C-list movies. And the movies, no matter how good or bad they are, these guys are always good in them.
Yes.
hmm
They always
Oh,
give it 100%. Like you could see the shittiest uh, uh, Peter Cushing movie, but you'll be like, or Vincent Price movie, and you'll be like, "Oh, he was great in it. Everybody else
Oh,
sucked,
yeah.
or the movie sucked. The story sucked, but damn it, he was good in it. I love guys like that. Bela Lugosi's another one. He
Yeah.
gave it his all in every film. You know,
I'd have to go with Gene Hackman as well.
Hackman, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hackman's an amazing
And
actor.
anything he was in.
Hey, here on the
Well, hello.
Steadfast, thank you for that $2 Canadian super chat. We are off to the races here with a super chat right off the bat. So thank you for that.
so what movie were we watching again?
It is called City of the Dead, also known as uh, uh, Hell Hotel.
Hell, I like
Yes.
Hell Hotel better,
No. Is it
actually.
Hell Hotel or Hotel Hell? It's one
No,
of
the
the two. Do you
Hotel
remember?
Hell is a different movie.
Yeah, that's a different
Oh,
movie. That has former Western actor.
Rory Gallagher. Or
No,
Rory
Rory
Calhoun.
Calhoun.
That's it.
Rory Calhoun. You
Mhm.
mixed up your Western actors.
I did.
Hugh Gallagher and Rory Calhoun.
They had a love child named Rory Gallagher. Oh,
Well, that's funny. But yeah,
nice.
so this is black and white, very evocative. It's got some really great, cool black and white photography and stuff. It's been a long time since I've seen it, so
so this is public domain, is what you're telling me.
yeah,
Mhm.
it
Okay.
is public domain.
I was surprised to see it's only an hour and 17 minutes for a 1960 movie. I
Man, they used
knew
to make them
earlier in
short.
the.
They used to make those
Oh
like
yeah,
Yeah,
86
but
minutes
like,
long and those type of things. That was pretty common actually for
yeah,
these
yeah.
horror films, especially during that era.
Oh yeah, and
yeah.
particularly for low budget stuff.
Yeah.
It's like
hmm
they get in, get out, and they could do like drive-in things where they pair them up with other things all the time. you know, and it seems to work, and they're making just as much money off of it with less spend.
Sure.
That's a good point. You got two double features, and you're only there for like 3 hours, or less. So
Right.
That new movie with Leonardo DiCaprio by Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
The thing is 3.5 hours long.
Yeah.
I know that's like I wanted to go see it, but now there's no way I'm sitting in the theater for 3.5 hours.
No,
I know.
he is so
did I.
self-indulgent. After watching The Irishman, that Scorsese made, I realize he's a hack. His best days are behind him. Maybe Casino was the last great, possibly The Departed. But after that, he's like he's like Peter Jackson. He doesn't know when to use an editor. I mean, that King Kong movie was like just made your ass tingle because you sat in the theater so damn long. I hate that.
It was long.
Hey, Man of War 665 Neighbor of the Beast. That's a $6.65 super chat. Thank you for that. And he reminds everybody to slap that thumbs up button like it owes Nolan money. Yeah, like everybody else, while Andy and Aaron watches, perverts.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to leave that to you guys.
It's our interpretation.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm an innocent victim here.
You sound like Curly.
Well,
I'm an innocent victim of circumstance.
I'm a victim of circumstances. Yeah.
Hey, let's say good evening to the crew that is here. So we've got Cigar Gangster. He's looking forward to this because he has never participated in a watch party before. Past Master Dan says, smoke him if you got him. Cigar Gangster is selecting his cigar lineup right now. I don't smoke in the house, so I'm cigarless, but I am not bourbonless. Past Master Dan says, things that go bump in the night. Past Master Dan also says he would tweet this out, but Elon's company sucks ass.
damn.
Well, then there's that. Like Kick One is here. Rob Younce. I'm seeing a lot of my 31 Days of Monsters morning crew here, which is very nice. Richie Dupe. He says, the chat, hail to the chat, hail to Comics Gate and bananas to all. Fearless Freep is here. Good. It's always fun to see all the guys that show up like every day for 31 Days of Monsters, and they come to these things too. And they're regulars in your channels too. Marcus Caligru is here. Nicodemus Serpico. One of those Hammer flicks, eh? Actually, this is not Hammer. This is what is the name of this company? Britannia Films.
Of course, the great Tanya films.
Britannia, yeah.
Britannia.
Never even heard of it.
Yeah, me neither. Which is why they probably went out of business. Is probably why they went into public domain.
That's why it's public domain, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Dan Genovese is here. Nice. Chris Juliano, James Murphy. Oh my gosh, this is like it's like a party. H for Heretic. I used to be such a sweet thing till they got a hold of me. I opened doors for the little old ladies. I helped the blind to see. I don't know what that means. Is that a line?
There's strange goings on in the chat. It must be because we're so close to Halloween that things are starting to go a little sideways.
Right. Here on the Steadfast with a $2 super chat. Hail Graham, hail Andy, and hail Aaron. Nice. All right. Are we ready to roll here?
I am. I want to see this movie. Gosh darn it! I'm going to grill steaks right after we're done watching this.
Oh, what kind of cut?
I got some top sirloins out there, so we'll see. We bought a quarter of a cow like a year ago, and we're still going through all the steaks and roasts and hamburger. Nice. We're making our way through it, but a lot cheaper than buying it at Biden's Market, if you know what I mean. So
I hear you.
Angela Curry, thank you. A $5 super chat is awesome. Hey guys, happy Friday. When is Graham going to smash a pumpkin? Cheers and boo. Well, only certain people are going to stick pumpkins between your thighs and smash them. I'm not
That's
one
right.
of them.
No.
Hey, we watched a video the other night when I launched Kit Carter over on Malin's raunchy channel, and they had like a short video of like, people feeding hippopotamuses these pumpkins.
Oh, I've seen that.
And the hippopotamus, it takes them a while to break that thing. So I don't know what Mandy did, but she definitely cheated. I'm calling her out right here. If a hippopotamus can't break one, there's no way she could.
Well, they're doing it again tonight, so
yeah.
you can
Boiled
tune
it
in
ahead
later.
of time or something.
Yep.
Hey, Richie Dupe's drinking a Bordeaux with some brie.
Oh.
Wow. Marcus is drinking coffee. Angela misses the morning shows, but she's glad she caught this. Excellent. James Murphy says, I'm shaming him because he's missed 31 Days of Monsters. I'll do better next year. Scout's honor.
Your problem with your show, Graham, is it's on too early in the morning.
Well, not for
Aaron
the
would
East
have
Coast.
to get up at 5.
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock in the morning in the East Coast. What grown man isn't getting ready for work at 8 o'clock in the morning?
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sitting, I hear the little beep on my phone. You guys are messaging each other back and forth. I'm like, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. What are you guys doing?
You do know you can put it in silent mode.
Yeah. I just forget. And then.
Hey, Huron the Steadfast, thank you for that $5 Canadian super chat. A huge fan of Christopher Lee, but never seen this movie. Choke out crushed a pumpkin last night on the Jack show.
It was a smaller pumpkin.
Oh, was that the show you were on, Aaron?
No, they talked him into doing it when I was on with Wednesday night with Malin, and
okay.
So he got a pumpkin and apparently did it last night on the Jack show. So
all right,
good for him. But I saw a picture and it wasn't a big pumpkin, so I don't know if that means anything, but
it was ripe though.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Pastmaster Dan says, Andy looks really comfortable. Please don't stand up. He does. Even the smile on his face, he's like real old mellow. Like
he's just
I'm kicked back. I got the recliner kicked up. My legs are all stretched out.
He's not wearing underwear. He's ready to
I was like, I'm not doing this in my office.
Yeah.
I'll stay down here.
All right, guys, are we ready to roll this movie? Light this candle, as they say.
Yes.
All right, let's do it. So we'll stay off here to the left, and we can make comments as we see fit. Hopefully, there's some bad stuff in here we can make fun of. But
it's better not be an Academy Award winner, Graham, where we're just all so enthralled with it that we don't say anything for an hour and a half.
I know.
I doubt it.
This better not be too good.
Yeah, exactly. What am I wasting my time here for?
All right, let's roll, gang.
Star Trek already.
I know, Vulcan.
Production.
Yeah.
British Lion.
Happy Halloween, gang.
Mm-hmm. Happy Halloween.
Christopher Lee doesn't even get top billing.
Chanting. That's never a good sign.
A cross between Devil's Reign and Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
I did the Devil's Reign.
Did you?
Yeah.
That was Shatner, right? Was in that one?
Oh yeah. Great cast.
Have you ever done Race with the Devil with Peter Fonda and Warren Oates?
No, I haven't done that one.
Okay.
There's still time.
Oh yeah, I got a lot of years.
Yeah.
Here we go. Atmosphere.
Mm-hmm. Nice opening shot. I like that.
Yeah. Nice contrast.
Moving camera. They got a little bit of a budget on here. or the cameraman was squatted down.
Elizabeth Selwyn.
Humph. It's the governor Humph.
This is Monty Python. It's the witch scene from. Ooh.
Hello.
Witch.
Bitch.
I know she should have said bitch, right?
Yeah.
Burn the witch.
Big Mothra chanting.
Hast thou consorted with the witch, Elizabeth Selwyn? No. Burn the witch.
It's like,
Can I get a last request?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Nope.
I want
My last
strawberry
request is, can you
shortcake.
shoot me in the head and get this over with quickly? Jeez.
Right. I just kept thinking it's Thanksgiving with all those get-ups.
No!
Well, that doesn't look like a wig at all. Yeah, I'm watching the stream with the guys.
Was that her husband that rejected her? Or?
Elizabeth Selwyn, on this 3rd day of March, in the year of our Lord 1692, we, the people of Whitewood, Massachusetts, condemn thee as a witch. May the flames cleanse thy soul of its evil, of its lust for blood, but may they bring about the death of Abigail Adams.
That was like a special effect.
It's John Adams' wife.
I'd be like sucking in as much smoke as I could right now, so I'd be dead before the fire got to me.
Yeah, at least passed out.
It starts raining.
I know.
I have made my pact with the Elizabeth. Hear me! Hear me! I will do thy bidding for all eternity. For all eternity shall I practice the ritual of Black Mass. For all eternity shall I sacrifice unto thee. I give thee my soul. Take me into thy service.
Almost, listen to thy servant. Grant her this pact for all eternity, and I with her. And if we fail thee but once, you may do with our souls what you will.
Make this city an example of thy vengeance. Curse it! Curse it for all eternity! And let me be the instrument of thy curse. Hear me, O Lucifer. Hear me! Making a curse. Curse?
There's a lot of movies in the 60s that start off with a witch burning, passes the curse, and then we go into modern time, and then the story kicks in.
Yep, you're right. I was just thinking that.
At least 3 of them.
This is almost a cliche type trope or something for.
Right. This has to be one of the first, because this is 1960.
Yeah. Maybe it's. Maybe they started the trend.
Burn, witch, burn, burn, burn.
Oh, there it is.
So shouted the people of Whitewood when they burned Elizabeth Selwyn in 1692. Though, as I've said, little is known today of the actual practice of witchcraft in 17th century New England, superstition, fear, and jealousy drove the Puritans to accuse their friends and relatives of consorting with the devil. Raiding around huge bonfires, repeating vindictive chants, they consigned the poor creatures to the flames. The tortured souls cried out in agony as the flames mounted higher and higher. Burn, witch, burn, witch, burn, burn, burn.
Dig that crazy beat.
Shh. Exactly. Oh, hipsters.
That will be all for today. Tomorrow will be my concluding lecture on the history of
Where's
witchcraft
Bob Denver,
in 17th century
man?
New England. I shall bring
This
along
cracks
some
me up
illustrations
because he's
from that
teaching.
show.
It's like, yeah, just come to my office. We don't have an actual room with desks and stuff.
Look at the masks on the wall behind him.
Yeah.
Since you chose to attend these lectures, I had hoped that it was in a spirit of scientific curiosity about the subject. That'll be all.
I don't dig you, man.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm here for the blonde.
I don't dig what you're laying down,
Kids are all
Gramps.
so darn serious. He's got you all hypnotized.
Oh, Miss Barlow.
Yes, Professor.
Let's see you for a moment, please.
I love it. The room's not that big. It's like he can hear you.
I'll wait for you outside.
Davina Duckworth doing a little foreshadowing for the upcoming Wicker Man. Well done, young lady. Well done.
I fear that you are more of an attraction to him than my poor efforts. However, I've been reading through your papers, Miss Barlow. They show a very sound appreciation of the subject.
I want to go to New England to do my senior paper.
Mm-hmm. They're really quite good, you know.
Oh, I'm not quite satisfied.
Here's Biff.
Biff
I
Tannen.
need some first-hand research. I want to get the atmosphere. Find out how widespread witchcraft really was, what the witches were really like.
That might take a little time, you know.
Well, I have the time. My brother and I were going to spend our vacation with our cousins. What I'd really like to do is to get a room in the smallest, oldest town.
We interrupt this movie for this important financial message. Black Ice has given us a $10 super chat, and we got to thank him for that. Hey, Graham, I want to thank you for introducing me to so many gems of cinema and reigniting my creative spirit. I hope one day you will read the stories I write. Also, is $10 a good stogie? It is. $20 is a better stogie.
Or two.
$10 is also five cheap
It is much appreciated, Black Ice. Much appreciated. All right. Back to our regularly scheduled program.
One in New England I can find. Check through all the town hall records. Recheck the libraries. Talk to the Puritan descendants. Make a really thorough investigation.
Your brother is professor of science, Miss Barlow. I hardly think he'd be very interested in the history of witchcraft.
Then I'd go alone.
You don't think he'd object to that?
You leave Richard to me. He's picking me up here for lunch.
Hello, Bill.
Bill,
Professor
Biff,
Barlow.
close.
Nan here? Yeah, she's in there with him. Well, I don't like her getting mixed up in this witchcraft business. Why not? It's only part of her history course.
I want to find out.
Professor Barlow.
Bill graduated from college
Before you go
10
in there,
years ago.
Could I have a word with you? Sure.
I know. He looks like her dad.
Oh.
I know.
If you're really
And his
serious
friend,
about this, I happen to
15
know
years
the town
ago.
in New England. As a matter of fact, it's the identical place where the events occurred that I mentioned in today's lecture, Whitewood.
You know, I
It's
went to
quite a small
Salem,
place,
Massachusetts
but
with
after
Michael
being
Golden
tried,
and Renee
something
Witterstatter. The first weekend I met Michael Golden, we looked at all the witch museums.
Cool.
I think you might very
Yeah,
well
it was
find what you're
very
looking for there.
interesting.
That's neat.
I happen to know the woman who owns the inn at Whitewood. Her name is Newless, Mrs. Newless. So you just tell her I sent you.
Raven's Inn, Whitewood.
What's Whitewood?
Now,
Ooh,
Dick,
look at that
don't
look.
be too upset, but I'm going to change my plans for the vacation.
Change your plans?
Yes.
Oh,
Going to a
darn.
place called Whitewood for a week or so to do some research.
Who are you? What about Cousin Sue? Why, she's expecting you for a birthday party on the 17th. She'll never forget.
I can still easily make it by then. This is important. My term paper's got to be good. It could mean a scholarship.
And I've made only a
Come on, Dick. You'll have a good time without
Dick,
me.
perfect.
My
Mhm.
mind's made up. I'm going to Whitewood.
But surely any good encyclopedia will give you all the nonsense you want to know about witchcraft.
Witchcraft is not nonsense, Barlow.
I'm sorry, Driscoll. Witchcraft, black magic, sorcery. To me, it's nothing but fairy tale mumbo jumbo. I'm a
Hey, that's,
scientist, Driscoll.
is that line in,
I believe what
in,
I can see,
Star
what I
Wars.
can feel and touch.
The basis of fairy tales is reality. The basis of reality is fairy tales.
Well, I don't
As a
know.
scientist, you should be familiar with that quotation.
Yeah, well, I don't believe that somebody in Chicago can die of a heart attack because some woman in New Orleans sticks a pin in a wax doll.
Maybe you don't. but practitioners of voodoo claim otherwise.
Dick, you're just being difficult.
No.
You're a
When I
difficult.
look into a microscope,
Dick,
Driscoll,
he's
I
a
see
difficult
bacteria
Dick.
swimming, fighting, existing. That's real. These witches that were persecuted and burnt in the 17th century were real too, but they weren't witches. They were pitiful human
Christopher Lee
beings.
towers over this
Victims
guy
of
and he's
hysteria.
in his grill.
There are many eminent scholars who have documentary proof of the actual practice of witchcraft.
Yeah, but how effective was this practice? Did any of these eminent scholars ever meet a real practicing witch? Did you ever meet a witch, Driscoll?
He is one.
Perhaps.
Listen, Dick.
Oh, come on. You're an historian. No witch ever survived the burning at the stake for all that pact with the devil.
In 1692, Elizabeth Selwyn went to the stake. She was buried in a churchyard in New England. And yet 3 years later,
Yeah.
3 years later, a new wave of blood sacrifices broke out in the village that had condemned her. The daughters of the elders who had condemned her were themselves found murdered with every last drop of blood drained from their bodies. And afterwards, people came forward to testify that they had actually seen Elizabeth Selwyn.
Oh, stop. This would be more effective at midnight with howling winds and crashing thunder, and even then it wouldn't frighten anyone.
Dick, I'm sorry, Professor Driscoll.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's all right, Miss Barlow.
I know.
You won't be the first person to have scoffed at the subject.
Honey, when you get to, where is it?
Whitewood.
Ah, yes, Whitewood. Well, send me a picture postcard of a witch. If possible, autographed. Now, let's have some lunch, eh?
I'm
I was
sorry,
thinking
I
the
haven't.
same thing. 1492.
Yeah.
On the sea of the ocean.
You know, it's kind of interesting. It's just like a century ago, 2 centuries ago, these public executions were like a major thing, and right, and everybody, like you had kids and everybody standing out there, the whole town square executing people and witnessing it.
Yeah.
And now it's like, you know, you don't want your kids to even be exposed to anything that's, you know, have to be, you know, worried about how much violence is in TV or cartoons, you know. Different era, that's for sure.
Oh, they used to have picnics by the hanging, you know, platforms and stuff, you know, in the park there, you know, waiting for it, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. They say it doesn't. Isn't a deterrent, but I would think that it would be.
Yeah, I would
That's
too.
exactly right.
You
This
know,
is what's going to happen to you.
yeah.
if
Hey,
you
you
steal.
get off the straight and narrow, and you screw around. This is going to be you dangling, and this is how horrible it is. You know, and your neck breaks, and your legs are kicking, and yeah.
Or you're burned at the stake.
Or yeah, oh my
That's
God,
painful.
yeah. Well, there was a long time ago that was happening, but still, what a horrible way to go.
I thought we were going to have some time together during this vacation.
You know I want to be with you. It's just this is important.
Look, what the heck can you find that hasn't been found before?
Not buying that this guy's American.
It's just that maybe hidden in some attic or buried
I'm
in
not
some
buying
old
that they're
antique
dating.
shop. There's something
I
that
don't
might
care
give a
where
whole new
he's from.
outlook.
Or that they're in college.
Yeah,
You're a science student, honey. You know how important research is.
But this isn't about anything real. This is just superstitious people burning silly old women.
But suppose the women weren't
Silly old women.
Suppose
Silly
they
old
really
women.
had a pact with the devil. A pact that could have
And
supernatural
her response
power.
is, "What if they
Come
weren't
on,
silly?
what kind of power?
That's right.
They were still women,
They were serious women.
and they might not have been old."
That's right. What if they were serious
no
young
use,
women that were
Bill.
burned at
Right.
the stake?
We're both trying our hardest to talk her out of going.
Do you really think she will find anything worthwhile?
Well, I think we have to respect her desire to find something new, even if we don't agree with the subject.
Agree with it? I've never heard so much nonsense as that guy Driscoll talks in all my life.
Well, here I am.
In all my life.
Oh,
Why?
I'm standing right here. You don't have to yell in my ear. Gee.
By the way, I'm
Yeah,
American.
well, I'll put this in the car.
Just in
Well,
case you were wondering.
That's right. The louder I talk, the more convincing my American accent is.
Yes.
I'll be back as quick as
right.
I can, and I'll write.
Well, that's all right, love. Bob's your uncle.
Well, don't forget me altogether, huh?
I'm from New England.
I won't. Give Sue my love. And
Still England. It's just
Yes,
new.
it's New England.
Exactly.
My darling.
Dan the Pizza Man, Genovese, he says, Aaron, I'm eating a slice of pizza now. I just thought you should know. I'm glad he's living up to his namesake.
Nice. And he's eating that good New Jersey pizza, too.
Yeah.
New York pizza.
Oh,
yeah, foggy gas station.
Oh my gosh, I went and got my tires rotated today, and somebody had a 56 T-Bird out there ready to get serviced.
Wow.
Beautiful condition.
Nice.
Yeah. I looked at it a little too long. I thought somebody was going to come out and go, you're not planning on stealing that, are you, pal?
Did you tell him who you are?
I said, yeah. Do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am?
I'm looking for the Wamport Road.
Wamport Road? Hardly anyone uses that anymore.
Well, my friend gave me the directions. Take Road 28A, turn onto the Wamport Road, bear left at the fork through to Whitewood.
Whitewood?
Am I that far away?
No, ma'am, not far. Not many God-fearing folks visit Whitewood nowadays. If I were you, I'd...
If you'll excuse me, I'm in a hurry. Which way is it?
Well, follow this road about 2 miles. You come to a fork.
Whenever the gas
Sign
station
Wamport
attendant
Road.
tells you,
Turn left, keep straight.
worried.
There'll be Whitewood.
All you got to
Thank you
think
very
back is to Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yep. I love there's always a gas station and an old attendant just a couple miles down the road from the haunted houses.
Always.
You know? What?
Yeah, don't pay any attention to him.
Is that Christopher Lee?
Does that sign say Wamport Road?
Wamport Road, yes.
Oh, good. I was afraid I missed it.
Is it Whitewood you seek?
Yes.
I too. Would I be imposing if...
No, of course not. Get in.
Oh my God. The dude's just standing out there in the middle of the road in the fog.
Oh,
And
the
she's
60s. It was a different time.
Oh, come on. She doesn't even
I
think
think
twice.
the highway
Like, what?
commissioner will do something about these
She's
roads.
just standing there.
Watch out, here comes another bump.
Here comes
How does
another
she know
one.
that?
What is your mission,
Whitewood?
Whitewood?
Like this
Riding a horse?
She's a witch.
Well,
she has
I'm going there
predictive
to do some
nature. She's
research
like, oh,
on
here comes a bump.
witchcraft.
I know. Look at that car.
Professor
Yeah.
Driscoll gave us some very interesting
I think she
lectures
should have
on
had
this
that
subject.
guy
I'm
doing
going
her
there to get
stocks.
some original source material.
Wait a minute. That's the guy that
Do you
was
know
friends with
Whitewood?
the witch at the
Criminal
Bernie at the beginning of the
years.
movie.
Do you go there often?
Oh,
Hell yeah.
spoiler.
Oh, then
Well,
you must know
he
the Ravens
is. I'm
Inn.
just saying.
I shall
I've
be
got
resting
eyes.
there.
They're not great.
so shall
but I
I.
can see them.
Oh, my name's Nan Barlow.
My name's Jethro Keene.
Pleased to meet
Jethro.
Pleased to meet you.
Jethro up in New England. He's far from home.
Is that a Bel Air they're driving?
Looks like it, but I can't really tell.
you. Just like a picture out of a history book. I feel as though I were in the 17th century.
I do like that lighting.
Why hasn't Whitewood
Yeah.
been written about?
There's some
Above
great
the beaten path. Few
contrast
tourists come
in
here.
cinematography.
Whitewood,
Yeah.
time stands still.
Look at that church. Must have been beautiful. What a shame they
was.
let
I
it get
built
so
it.
run down.
If you don't have the budget, at least make it look good.
Straight on?
Valentine
Yes, follow the road around.
Black.
Hmm.
He's got a great voice.
Oh, look, there's another person just standing there in the fog that doesn't faze her at all.
Ah, there it is. What a lovely old building. 17th century at least.
What a lovely old building. I think
Picturesque can you get?
going back to the gas
Right by the
station.
graveyard.
Yes, it has not been used for more than 200 years.
Any witches buried there?
There are indeed. All in a section of unconsecrated ground.
Spooky, isn't it? Well, keep your finger.
Sorry, gang. We got to engage in some commerce here. Black Ice with another $5 super chat says, yes, a perfectly synced movie on my computer with the stream. I guess that's good,
Beautiful.
right? That's a good
Yeah.
thing. All right.
Yeah.
You should have brought a box of Raisinets. Oh, well. Can't have everything.
Popcorn. We should have
Nope.
popcorn.
Yeah.
And Raisinets.
Yeah. Aaron, we charged you with bringing the popcorn, and we got
Now-
buckets here.
I know.
Now, when she turns back around, is he gone? Ooh.
Let's find
Fingers
out.
crossed for me, Mr. Keene. I hope Mrs. Newells has that room.
Oh, Andy spoiling again.
Yeah, geez. Have you seen this before, Andy?
Yeah. She's not even freaked out at all. She's just like, oh, that's weird.
Oh, he must have used me for a ride, and then.
And that big suitcase she just lugs out. Must not be much in it.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. She's like, guess I wasn't that good a company.
Hang on a second. Does she think this is an active hotel, or is he just crashing in here in this old building to do research?
Right?
She apparently thinks it's a so it's an
there's a fireplace
hotel?
going.
Get your orders in. Venus Bailey's
That's
heading to
right.
the lobby.
See?
Gonna
Right
get some
there.
coffee for all of us.
The mute.
Oh, I didn't hear you come in. Are you Mrs. Newless? Oh, I'm Nan Barlow. I was told I might find a room here. I was recommended by a friend of mine, Professor Driscoll. Perhaps you know him.
That will be all, Lottie.
Oh.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Unfortunately, Lottie cannot talk. I've often told her not to answer.
Oh, that's the witch
The
that
witch.
comes too.
Yeah.
Then you're Mrs. Newless.
I am.
It's all
May I
coming
help you?
full circle
Yes,
now.
I'd like to
I'm
have a
sure
room here
she's
for 2
just a
weeks.
distant relative.
The hotel is quite full.
That's right.
Oh, the guests are never about at this time of the day.
Well, I'm a student of Professor Driscoll's. He told me if I mentioned his name, I'd have no trouble.
Well,
You mean
there is a
Long
room
Dong
I could
Driscoll?
let you have.
Oh, the night
Well,
I had with
sign
Driscoll.
right here.
That's odd. Is it true that Elizabeth Selwyn was really burnt here for being a witch?
She was?
And do you believe she was a witch?
I do.
Come along. I'll show you to your room.
She's got a heck of a schnoz on her.
She does.
It's funny you
I
say
hope you
that
will be comfortable.
because Nicodemus is saying prosthetics or a real nose. What casting,
If you make a deal with the devil, at least get a nose
Yes, it is
job
a
from
nice
him.
room.
right?
That's right.
Previous occupants have always found it most agreeable.
Or another kind of
If there's
job.
anything you should need, just ring the bell for me at the desk.
Thank you.
What?
She brought a picture with them to put up on the.
I know.
Come on.
Aaron, it was a different time. That's what they did back then.
Yeah, okay. Whoa.
They didn't have cell phones to look at.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It's been so many months. I've counted the days to this holiday.
So have the others. It wasn't easy for some of my guests to get here. Many had to travel vast distances.
I was lucky. The last few miles were enchanting. Miss Barlow is very good company.
You must be tired, Jethro. Your room is ready.
And the festivities.
I am prepared.
Harumph.
Oh, Mrs. Newless. I thought I'd have a short look around town. I won't be gone long.
I think you'll find the church interesting. Unfortunately, it no longer has a congregation.
He will be pleased.
Oh. I had to look around town at this late hour.
And how late is it? People are out walking around.
You know. I didn't realize. Are they in a town? I thought they were just like out in the middle of nowhere at this hotel.
I'm guessing it's 7 o'clock at night. There's not that much fog, but I could be wrong.
It's a shitty town.
Oh. Oh, this is the old town where the witch was burned,
Yeah.
right? Okay, the whole
Yes.
Plymouth colony or whatever it was. Where do these people live at?
It cracks me up. It's literally like a ghost town. Everything's rickety.
I know. Then you got these guys in top hats and coats, and they're
you
like,
got this bum ass hotel, this church. There's no sign of like shops or anything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look around
I'm
town.
told this was once a house of worship.
It is still a house of worship. I am the reverend of this church. As long as the breath of life is within me, this house shall remain God's house.
Must have been a beautiful building.
To me, it is still beautiful.
I'm sorry. What a shame the people have let it fall into such a state.
Strangers rarely come to Whitewood. Who are you?
I'm Nan Barlow. I'm staying at the Raven's Inn.
Why have you come to Whitewood?
Well, because I'm interested in witchcraft.
Young woman, leave Whitewood. Leave Whitewood tonight. For 300 years, the devil has hovered over this city, made it his own. The people in it are
that guy's got an amazing face.
Evil has
It's like almost like a Halloween mask.
Look at my church. I have no parish. No
Dude,
one
those ears.
worships
Good
here.
Lord.
He's got more hair on the back of his neck than I do.
Power.
Leave Whitewood. Leave Whitewood tonight. I beg of you.
What
Dude, if that guy lived in my town, I'd be over there drawing him every day.
I like how he backs away, but he doesn't shut the door.
I know, it just fades into the black.
Leave.
Did you guys ever see the William Castle movie 13 Ghosts?
I want to say I have this.
Oh.
Castle. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
There's a sequence in here, and it's definitely a B movie type thing. But there's a sequence where this woman turns, and there's this witch they've been talking about, and the witch appears on the screen, and obviously the actress is sitting on some or standing on some type of platform on wheels, so that there's no motion of her lower body, and somebody's pulling her off stage, so she's like gliding across the floor,
Right?
And the way it's filmed, you know, the woman turns around and this witch just like glides across the screen right in front of you like this, like scared the freaking piss out of me when I saw that. Oh my God.
And that was just this year.
Hey, it wasn't that long ago. I mean, it wasn't like I was a kid. I was a grown adult when I saw that. And I was, you know, you get used to watching certain kind of stylistic aspects of B movies, and you don't expect something completely out of the blue like that came out. And I was like, whoa.
He was always, William Castle films are always sort of gadgety. Do you remember the Tingler?
Yeah.
And they had like the seats rigged to vibrate whenever the Tingler was, so people would freak out in the audience.
Now, have you seen what's that movie?
Who's in
John
it?
Goodman.
John Goodman.
Yeah, John Goodman plays a William Castle type character. But the guy who did The Burbs and Gremlins.
Joe Dante?
Yeah, Joe Dante. Made this movie. It was a send-up of William Castle style films, and it takes place in Key West during the Cuban Missile Crisis, and he's promoting this movie called Mantis or something like that. It's like this insect man type of thing, and he pushes all the buttons of William Castle, and it's just so much fun.
Oh my gosh. I've never heard of that. I'm gonna have to seek
Matinee.
that out.
Thank you, William Wellborn. Matinee.
Matinee. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Matinee is the name of the movie. Thank you. I was having a brain fart there. Awesome movie. It's got heart. If you're a fan of horror movies, you're gonna love it because you'll see all the stuff that he's sending up, and John Goodman is great in it. And there's some drama too because of the prevalence of the Cuban Missile Crisis, and Key West being 90 miles away from what's happening, and they filmed it down there too. They filmed it there in Orlando and one other place in Florida. So it's very, as somebody who grew up in Florida, it's very accurate. You know, so and it's a lot of fun. Great movie.
I'm going to check that out.
But I digress.
Now, Citizen Ronan says women lined up to see the Tingler.
I bet they did.
Ding, ding.
Oh, we're almost halfway through this movie already.
Aw.
Look at these, how dressed these people are with their purses and everything.
I know.
Like, where are they going and where do they live?
Where are they coming from?
Yes.
Look at that. They're just standing out in the middle of the road.
At this point, I'd be a little creeped out if I were her.
Yeah.
Okay, here's an old bookstore. Oh, look at her.
Jeez, no, I know.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Please
if we could only
we haven't been open long.
Oh, thank
You have
God,
some very
somebody else in this
interesting
town
books
my
here.
age.
Yes, they belonged to my grandmother. When she died, I came back to sort things out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then you don't live here?
No, my family lived here for generations, but I've just been back a few weeks. Would you like to have a look around?
Thank you. Oh, I didn't mean to frighten you when I came in. It's just that all the people I've met here have acted like I'm a person from another world.
They don't see many strangers here.
And I had the most, unusual experience with the Reverend. He barred my way from the church. And he talked to me about a curse. And he warned me to leave Whitewood. Can you explain that?
No, I can't.
Does he often act that way?
He's my grandfather.
Oh,
all right, it's happened before with strangers.
That old coot.
This old son of a bitch blocked me. Oh, it's my grandfather.
Let me
I'm
come
afraid
in.
with
The
him.
ugliest
Weirdo.
piece of crap I've ever seen in my
He had
life.
more hair on the back of his neck than Aaron
glad you did.
Lopresti. And this guy,
Do you have any
That's
books
my
or pamphlets
dad.
on
You're like,
witchcraft?
oh.
You do, don't you? A friend of mine.
Well, we have a collection gathering dust, but why on earth would you be interested in... Oh, I'm sorry, it's really none of my business.
Oh, no, that's all right. I'm studying it in college, and I've come here to write my term paper.
Well, just wait. I'll see
what
when I
year
can
of college you in? My 17th year.
Exactly.
It's like John Belushi, 10 years of college down the drain.
Yeah. Fat,
That's
drunk, and
Elizabeth
stupid.
Selwyn,
There's no way to go
burned
through
as a
life.
witch March 3rd,
Yep.
1692.
Yes, I know. I saw the plaque in the lobby of the hotel.
You're staying at the Ravens Inn?
Yes. It was recommended to me by a friend of mine, Professor Driscoll.
Alan Driscoll?
Yes. do you
Long
know him?
Dong Driscoll?
No,
Yes,
my
she
grandfather speaks of him. His family come from here.
Everybody knows him in town.
Yeah, I think this will be
Oh,
good
We
time.
should say that every time they mention Alan Driscoll.
It's a lovely book. May I see?
Long Dong Driscoll?
I believe it's quite old.
Oh, it is. You're very lucky.
I'm even more lucky to have found this. A treatise on devil worship in New England.
Oh my
Must
gosh.
be a
Oh,
very rare book.
that's got to be good reading for
I'm
bedtime.
afraid I couldn't afford to buy it.
Thee, thou, and thou.
You can borrow it if you like.
Oh, could I? That would be wonderful. I
She
promise I'll
looks
bring
familiar,
it back
the
in 2
woman
days.
on the right
You're
there.
very welcome.
Doesn't
Miss,
she?
Barlow. Nan
Yeah.
Barlow.
Nan Barlow.
She looks
Thank
familiar
you
to
I'm
me.
gonna just write down
Good
who's
night.
borrowing this book
You
because
got to
so
wonder
many
how many of
people come
these.
in and
I've never
borrow
seen the
books.
I've never seen the blonde girl before, but I wonder how many of these other supporting actors were just filtered through all these like horror films that ended up in Hammer films and all these little low budget things.
Could be. Well, the one guy that people were talking about there, he sounds like he was like a radio guy and been in a bunch of British films.
The old witch woman said that with the big nose said they had something.
Mrs. Newless?
They're ready for this
Mrs.
evening,
Newless?
right?
Yes, Miss
Mhm.
Barlow?
So
I've heard some strange noises in my room.
Oh, possibly the water in the pipes. This is a very old inn.
No, it seemed to be coming from the cellar underneath.
I hardly think so, Miss Barlow. The cellars do not extend beneath your room.
Then why is there a trapdoor in the floor?
Huh?
The ground was
You
filled in many
found
years
that?
ago to strengthen the foundations of the building.
But I'm sure
Well, if you insist, I will come and see.
Chanting. Whenever you hear chanting, just check out.
Yeah,
Just
like I
leave.
gotta
Yeah,
go
and
now.
that's your cue.
Check out of the hotel.
I don't hear anything.
Well, just a few minutes ago. Never mind, I'm sorry.
You're welcome. But you can see for yourself there is no ring in the trapdoor because there is no reason to lift it. There is nothing underneath but earth.
Tell me a bedtime story.
And just for the record, those fog machines, that stuff smells. We used to use that all the time. You put this oil in there and it makes this, it's like, ugh.
Now, where'd all these people come from?
Like the bar in town, everybody hooks up the hotel bar.
Nobody wants to go out in the fog,
Goes that hotel.
Come in. Oh, hello, Lottie. Come in.
Lottie Lenya.
I don't need any more towels. I haven't used mine.
La-di-da.
They're quite clean.
Lottie da. Lottie dum.
She can't speak. Oh, I knew she was going to come in.
I've told you before not to bother the guests.
Come here and get spanked.
Miss Barlow, I thought you might care to join the others.
I will as soon as I finish my notes. I'll put some clothes on and join them.
They don't want you to do that.
Devil worship.
I was going to say,
They would take your clothes off and join them.
Do you find this interesting?
Why, it's fascinating. The things I've learned.
It is a Satanist
I
society.
bet you don't know
so
the half of it.
Clothes are
And
not
you live
optional.
right here in a spot where the witches were actually burnt. Listen to this. On Candlemas Eve, February 1st, in the year 1692, a coven of witches, a coven that's 13, some men, some women, whose power came from the devil, gathered beneath the Raven's Inn to perform a black mass in the honor of Lucifer. The witch Elizabeth Selwyn, later to be burnt at the stake, marked a young girl for sacrifice by obtaining an object of value belonging to her with which to call her, and leaving in its place a dead bird and a sprig of woodbine. The witches sacrificed her on the altar and drank her blood at the hour of 13.
Ugh.
What's the hour of 13?
Well, personally, I have never heard a clock strike more than 12. Now, how about
Well, in
joining
military
us?
terms, it's 1 o'clock.
I promise.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's obviously a
1300.
military woman.
I seem to have misplaced my locket. I remember having it in my room, and now it
Ooh.
disappeared.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll ask Lottie.
Well, I'm not saying it was stolen. It's just I remember having it on the dresser, and now it's gone.
See, they took
would
an item of
appreciate
Of
hers.
course. I'll look into it immediately.
A lock of hair.
Yeah. Some eye of newt.
Lottie, I have warned you too often about annoying our guests. If you disobey me again, I shall turn you out. And if I turn you out, there will be no place for you anywhere. You do understand, Lottie, don't you?
This is like a creepy dance,
I know.
And a firelight on people, It's like, what's going on here? Hey, dig that crazy tune, man.
Look how they're dancing. They're just spinning around like.
Spinning.
Graham, would you say they're having a gay old time?
Oh,
Oh,
look at this.
All
Hey,
right,
now.
I knew this movie was
Hey,
gonna be
now.
good. Wow. Look at
What was she
that.
planning on the evening?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
But
just what
holy
she wears
smokes.
underneath her clothes.
I'm telling you, man. Okay, there's a boyfriend now. I get it now.
She's just begging to be burned at the stake.
I think she is.
Yeah. Who would imagine underneath that is that? Oh, I found my locket.
I meant to do this. Swing.
Oh.
They're all gone.
She gets all dressed. Hey, I want to spin too.
Ah, Miss Barlow. I'm afraid Lottie is nowhere to be found, but I will inquire about your locket first thing in the morning.
Oh, thank you. Where is everybody?
Most of the other guests have gone to services.
Services on the 1st of February.
Damn, that woman has a nose on her.
The night when the witches mocked the rituals of the church.
Are you all right, Miss Barlow?
Yes, quite. Thank you. Good night.
Good night, Miss Barlow.
Oh,
She spent all that time getting dressed
now.
for nothing.
I know.
You mean these garters went for a knot?
Oh. Oh.
Mrs. Nolas!
Those are my good.
Mrs. Nolas! Mrs. Nolas!
She's taking a long time to put 2 and 2 together here.
Mm-hmm. Well, she is a blonde.
And she is just 18.
That's right. Traveled all
First
that
year
way
of
by
college.
herself.
You
That's
know,
right.
She's
She just wants to write a really good paper.
Yeah. Who's on that? Oh, I see.
I think they use that to pull my catheter out.
Oh, okay. You're looking out your window. I'm seeing this. I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah. This is 20th century.
Yeah.
And they're walking around in the foggy thing in cloaks and chanting.
I think it's time to get back in my car. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. You got
I think it's time to arm myself.
Yeah, exactly. You got a dead bird in your drawer. You got lingerie underneath your clothes. She's ready for a good time.
This scene was in the trailer.
That's very cool looking, though.
It is. There's some nice.
They're really beautiful looking shots here.
Yeah, there's some nice sets. Lighting is nice. Script could use a little work, but you know. I like how that sounds like Catholic singing, like it's almost like it friendly. It doesn't sound like evil chanting, you know?
Right.
See, this movie's 63 years old, and it just shows even back then women did stupid shit.
Oh, that's a Star Trek move right there. Graham, what are the odds that she gets stripped down to her lingerie again here?
0.
You don't think so, huh?
I don't.
Yeah, I bet you're right.
I think the censors gave us all we're going to get.
Okay.
If they strip her, we're not going to see it, but they're going to put her in some kind of white clothing, white cloth, you know, the virginal sacrifice type thing.
6.
Oh, wait a minute. Aaron could be onto something. We're getting a little...
I am Elizabeth Selwyn. 11.
Oh, there's Christopher Lee.
12.
Was he back
there? Yeah, he sat right there.
Oh! Whoa, wasn't expecting that. Were you expecting that, Billy Tucci?
No, I was not, but I was enjoying it.
And you missed the lingerie scene, bro.
You did.
Oh, we can't go back real quick just to see that scene and then go back up to 39:44.
You snooze,
I would do it for
lose.
you.
There's garters and everything, dude.
Oh, I love the garters. I love the panties. I love the bra.
The panties.
Don't you love the panties, Aaron?
Oh, you missed it. You missed it, Billy. The
It's
good
just
old
fun to
days.
say the panties.
Boy, this party's really swinging, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I gotta say, storytelling wise, they set up this girl as our protagonist, and they ostensibly just killed her in front of us at the halfway point. I think that's shocking. Shocking.
Yeah, not unlike another
Psycho.
shocking film, Psycho.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Blonde, wearing lingerie.
This is a year before it.
No.
Yeah, this is 1960.
So Hitchcock ripped off this movie. Wow.
Well, he ripped off Diabolique as well.
Well, you know, whatever you can get your hands on.
Yeah. All right.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Susie. Happy birthday to you.
Look at those swinging college students.
Yeah. Oh, those are college students?
Yeah.
We were talking about that.
Billy's like, oh, this isn't a business party.
This guy, man.
No, I mean, there was college students 10 years ago.
Dick, have you got any idea what's happened to Nan?
I'm sure she'll show
Cigarettes
up.
will
She
end
probably
you.
met a good-looking Hewitts and is bringing him along
I
to the
never
party.
even
Only
heard of a
they've
fork
before.
before.
not
Come
like
on,
Nan's
man.
late for
What are you
anything.
doing?
Aren't you a bit worried about her?
She'll be here. I'm sure she'll make it. Oh, she's probably here now.
You answer
Oh,
the
it's
door
going to
and
be
I
her,
get
but now she's like
dancing.
a witch zombie or something.
You attend this rager or visit a creepy old
Hi, Dick.
temple of Satan?
Well.
Tough choice.
Oh, what's the matter? You expecting somebody else? Oh, yes, Nan. Look,
That's
come
when it
in,
was
come
cool
in.
to have a friend named Dick.
Well, Nan?
Yeah, a
She
friend
be
named
Oh,
Dick.
yeah, and this guy's
We
name
made a
is
date to
Borat.
meet here before she left for Whitewood. Well, she probably got held up. Look, give me your coat, huh? Nan was never late for anything in her life. Relax. Take it easy. Join the party. She'll be here.
Remember when groovy college kids used to wear suits and ties everywhere?
Dick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In the 80s, we had a spell
Dick, I
like
haven't had a
that.
letter from Nan
Like,
in over 2 weeks now.
For games, like I played hockey,
Probably
we
been
would
too busy
wear
working on her paper.
suits
No,
or we'd
there's
wear
something wrong, I
ties,
know it.
at least at school.
Look, will you
Yeah,
do
we
something
did
for
that.
me?
That was the
That's
Miami
one.
Vice,
Will
yeah.
you? Ask him.
It was before
ask him if
Miami
she's
Vice.
left.
Was it?
You serious? Yes, I am. Okay.
Getting towards these guys' bedtime. They've been out of college for 10 years.
You would think they have like a 10-year-old and a 14-year-old upstairs sleeping.
Long distance.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd like to speak with Miss Nan Barlow at the Ravens Inn, Whitewood. No, I don't know the phone number.
What? Didn't she give you the phone number?
Oh, I know, but that's my sister.
It's your dead sister.
They say there's no such place as the Ravens Inn.
But that's crazy. She's staying there.
Is this like Brigadoon, where this town only appears during sacrifice?
Only
She
if it
left
was
in
the
such a
internet.
hurry, she must have forgotten to return it to you, Miss Russell.
She was such a nice girl, too. Wouldn't have thought she was the sort who'd forget to return a book.
We cannot always judge by our first impressions, can we?
I'm not
Isn't it
usually wrong
ended?
about the people I lend my books to.
Well, perhaps you'll be more careful in future.
Ooh, excuse me.
Thank you for letting me have it.
Remember me to your grandfather. Lottie, get out of the way, you clumsy creature.
Oh,
Damn.
How dare she?
Poor Lottie. Lottie's got to get some revenge.
yes.
Can I help you?
Yes, we're from the sheriff's office. We had a call this evening. A missing persons report from some college kid named Nan Barlow. The party calling said that her last known whereabouts was the Ravens Inn.
And Barlow, that's strange. Yes, I met her.
When did you last see her?
About 2 weeks ago. She came to my shop and borrowed this book. It's quite valuable.
2 weeks?
For not
2
hearing from her, I
weeks?
decided to come and get it.
What the hell?
Mrs. Newless had it.
May I? A treatise on devil worship. I must put this in the report. Peculiar thing, some of these college kids.
At 200-watt studio for the $5 super chat. She's working on her paper. You should be grading paper. That's a winner. That's a winner. Well done.
hang on.
Ding, ding, ding. There it is. Yep.
Yep, you even get a bell from Billy. Nice. Well played, sir.
Do nowadays. Well, thanks for your help. Come on, Charlie.
So what's happened over the last 2 weeks? What did we miss?
I can't believe it's been 2 weeks. I thought it was like maybe 3 days later or something.
Janet Leigh's a lot hotter than her.
Why wouldn't they have called the cops and then had him out there the next day? Why is it 2 weeks later?
Has she been missing for 2 weeks or just missing for 2 days?
Well, apparently it's 2 weeks now.
Good Lord.
Is that Bill?
Hello? Yeah. It's police. Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Where's
These
Mr.
guys shacking up
Arbogast?
together now?
Well,
Police sent a car out to the Ravens Inn. Man checked out 2 weeks ago.
You mean the inn that doesn't exist?
Well, neither do I.
Yeah.
I know.
He's got a
But it doesn't
Neanderthal
exist.
brow, doesn't he?
Go to
There?
them. See if you can find anything which might give us a lead. I'm going to pay a visit to a colleague of mine.
Uh-oh.
I watched that yesterday, dude. Oh, hey, look at this info. Anisha Stevenson, Nan, retired from acting in '62, 2 years later, after marrying Don Everly of the Everly Brothers.
Oh,
How
wow,
about
look at that.
That's pretty cool.
Did they stay together?
Oh, Lord of Light.
You hope they
Accept
stay
the
together,
sacrifice.
these kids. You know, these college kids falling in love.
Oh,
Oh,
they should have had some blood squirt up on his face.
but that's not Christopher Lee, is it?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's exactly how Billy stabs a pheasant after he shoots it.
Right in the face.
What did he just
He had like a satanic worship robe on or something.
Yeah.
Just-
I
he
thought
was
it
doing
like
a
bird or
ritual.
something.
Ooh, you got the creepy hairline in this movie.
He was tall, right? Was he like 6'3", 6'4"?
6'4", yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
My Barlow.
Can I come in?
And with that deep, baritone voice as Dracula,
Phoned
he
you last night, but
was
I
killer.
guess you weren't in.
No, I wasn't. Would you care to go in the study?
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Sit yourself down.
Thanks.
When Debbie's
Smell it.
grandparents passed away, I have their,
Take it
you know,
right.
all their booze they gave us,
Brian
and there's like a
soda.
bottle of Philadelphia from the 60s
Nice.
still.
Please.
I
Is that
never
right?
opened it. Yeah, I never
What
opened it.
is it, a bourbon or?
The
I
man's
think it's some
missing.
kind of whiskey.
She
It's in
has
there.
been since the
Okay.
day after she arrived at Whitewood.
Really? You quite sure?
That's what the police said.
What are they doing about
Oh,
it?
that's what he's pouring.
Carrying out a routine check.
It's good
I
enough.
don't
for
suppose they can do
Christopher Lee.
much
It's
more
good
until they've
enough
got
for you,
something
Billy.
definite to go
Yeah.
on.
Well, I would have thought there was a very great deal more they
Look at
could
the,
do.
look at the
What?
comfortable Andy
As
Smith.
far as they're concerned, she disappeared 2 weeks ago, and no one
You
in the
know
village
it.
seems to know anything about it.
What did you come see me for?
I thought you might have some ideas. Why did you send her to Whitewood?
Because it was the best place for her research.
And you suggested she stay at the Ravens Inn.
Sure, it's the only inn there is.
With an unlisted phone number.
The inn has its own clientele, Barlow. It doesn't need to advertise.
How do you know it so well?
Because I was born in Whitewood.
I see.
I
You'd
see.
have every reason to believe she'd be perfectly safe in going there.
I have no reason to suppose that she wouldn't be.
This is that
Nan
guy that got
Strickland
in
is
his
being
grill
perfectly
earlier.
capable of taking care of herself.
Yeah.
I grant you that.
What movies was the guy in the
Come
right?
back
in?
or let us
What's his
know.
name?
Look, Barlow, I can understand your anxiety, but I'm quite sure
I don't
there's
know
nothing to
him.
worry about.
I'd
Nothing
see
at all.
him.
She's probably got absorbed in the subjects and gone up.
What are you saying, Billy?
I've seen the actor on the right.
The little guy.
Yeah, with the little guy. Well, he's 6'4", so
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, he's our height.
The little guy. Yeah, that little shrimp right there.
Yeah. The guy who's 6 foot.
Squeak.
Yeah.
The pompadour.
Yeah. Hey, while we're at it, let's just thank Black Guys for that $2 super chat. Should have had blood for him to wash off his hands.
Heck yes.
Yeah, but did he actually kill something? Because I didn't notice.
No, he stabbed that bird he had in that cage, and he was going to sacrifice it, and then this dude showed up and ruined the whole ritual.
That's
I mean, jeez. Don't you like? Shouldn't you have like a sign in your door? Do not disturb sacrificing animals. You know, something like that, so that people wouldn't. You know,
makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
Certainly, I would.
Yes.
In fact, I do.
It's right under the door. You go down to the basement.
I'm going to find out where this application led her. I'm going to retrace every step Nan took. I'm either going to find Nan or know what happened to her.
Yes.
That's what happened to her right there.
Yeah.
I can't stop you from going.
No.
I'm not afraid.
Afraid? Why?
Well, if anything did happen to your sister and something else went
Look at the panther head on the
Same thing would happen to them?
on either side of the door. What is
Something
that?
happened to my
I know. It's like, this is the first guy I would suspect.
Maybe, but I shall find her.
That's completely normal.
Yeah, they got a stripy wallpaper and then these like killer heads up there.
Good luck in Whitewood.
Thanks.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, but did you say he was going to Whitewood?
Yes, he is.
Silly to be surprised, but I've just come from Whitewood.
Oh,
Really?
Really?
Quite a coincidence. My own family happens to come from Whitewood. As a matter of fact, I was born there.
Yes, I know.
Please sit down.
Thank you.
You care for a drink?
No, thank you. I think you know my grandfather, the Reverend Russell.
Yes.
Russell? Why, yes, of course I do. How long have you been living in Whitewood?
Since my grandmother died a few weeks ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, now, how can I help you?
I've come about a pupil of yours, Barlow, Nan Barlow.
Yes.
She came to Whitewood 2 weeks ago. I met her and liked her, and she told me that she was a student in one of your classes, that you recommended that she stay at the Raven's Inn.
That's quite right, I did.
Well, that's what I've come to see you about. On the day after she arrived, she disappeared.
Oh?
Later, the police came asking questions. Her family were worried. I thought you might have their address.
And why do you want her family's address?
Hey, slow
Since
down.
I have something of hers I want to return.
Well, you just leave it with me, and I'll make sure they get it safely.
Well, I don't want to trouble you. If you just give me their address.
As you wish. Her address is Dorchester Street, 225. She lives with her
How
brother.
does he have her
In fact, he's a colleague
address?
of mine. You just met
I
him.
know, man. Right off top
Leave
of
him
his
when you
head.
arrive.
Yeah.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got
This
a lot
back
of work to do.
Dude, that was
Rather a busy
in the
man at the
room,
moment.
Dick.
Of course, thank you for your help.
Not at all, I hope.
Is
Oh, it's his brother, right? Because he's a professor, right? That's
You
right.
will remember me to your grandfather, won't you?
Who killed the other girl, Nan, or whatever her name is? Was it like a bunch of like a cult of like devil
Yes.
worship people? Oh,
Right in her black lingerie.
oh, they killed her in a lingerie?
Nan's
Yeah,
bucket,
you
right?
missed it, Joe.
Well, they were showing.
As far as I
just
know,
a
it's
little
unique.
bit of
I gave it to her. Where did you get it?
The servant at the inn gave it to me. It
Yeah,
was
witches
strange.
used
I
to
don't
scare
think
the
she wanted
shit
Miss
out of me.
Lewis to know
Witches
I
and
had
devil
it.
worshippers.
Lewis?
She
Movies
runs
like
the
about them.
Well,
Yeah.
why did you come here, Miss Russell?
I found this.
I tell you, when I was a little boy, I had a reoccurring dream, and I know it was. I must have heard some type of like unfiltered Grimm's fairy tale about Hansel and Gretel, because I had this recurring dream that lasted for, it seemed like forever, of me and my best friend in the woods, and we come across this house, and there's a witch in this house, and around her neck is this leather strap, and she's got this giant tooth on the strap, and she would take the tooth and peel the skin off the kids.
Oh, nice dream, Graham.
And that's
Jeez,
when
man.
I'd wake up.
It's a good time.
That might be my next book, by the way, gang.
Yeah, I think so, dude.
Yeah. So look for that on Indiegogo.
The skin peeler.
The skin peeler, yes.
Mm.
You can call it tooth decay.
Professor Driscoll's notepaper.
I found it in the pages of a book I lent your sister on her first
Tooth
evening in Whitewood.
Dekill.
She didn't return it. I went to the hotel.
What was the book?
An old book. Book about witchcraft.
Witchcraft.
Do you believe in it, Miss Russell?
I don't know. Sometimes I almost think I live with it.
Live with it?
It's an obsession of my grandfather's. Up till now, I didn't take him very seriously. He's an old man.
I didn't take him seriously. He's an old man.
So so basically what they're saying is that no one should take us seriously.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. So everybody, do not take us seriously. We're old men. You know what's really funny is when you watch some of these old movies or listen to old radio programs, and they refer to old people. There was this one radio program Julie was listening to, and I was listening to it too in the car, and this woman is talking about. Oh no, this guy's talking about his wife. And he's talking like this, and and my wife and I, I miss her dearly, and she passed away last year, and she was 55.
Oh my God.
Like, oh my God, is that what you think 55 sounds?
Oh, I'm sorry. What did you just say, huh?
Hey, 60 is the new 50. So
then we're watching The Mummy's Hand, and we've got Cecil Calloway as the father of Peggy Moran, and Peggy Moran is talking to Dick Foran about her father, because she feels like he's been bamboozled by these guys, that they're just trying to steal his money. And she goes, well, I'll just have I can't be swayed like a, she didn't say doddering, but she said something like a impressionable old man, right? Well, I look, and Cecil Calloway's 58.
Oh my God!
So
I'm past impressionable then, I guess.
Yeah,
that's right.
Oh my God, it just cracks me up. But the radio ones were the best. Yeah. Oh yes. Well, come on, Ma.
Oh my God!
We got to get that blue light special at the restaurant tonight.
The love of my life, my dear departed wife of 15 years.
Yeah. Oh my God.
We were married forever.
In this one, you got these movies here where she's supposed to be, 22, and she's probably 38.
Well, why did they sacrifice her? She's been in town for 2 weeks,
right?
Because she's the granddaughter of
these
the
nights,
priest or
the
whatever.
dead come to life.
Well, she's got eyebrows. So.
That's like Candlemas Eve.
What do you know about Candlemas Eve?
Oh, it's in one of Nan's books.
He's like, I know how to read.
Billy, you're right. She's like Verna Miles in Psycho. She's the Verna Miles in Psycho.
Yeah. Whitewood, I wonder.
Vera.
I'm going
Vera,
to
excuse me.
After classes, I can give you a lift.
Thank you, but I must get back. I can't leave my grandfather alone. He's blind.
May I come and see you when I arrive?
Wait.
My grandfather alone. He's
that guy was
44 years old.
You know who Vera Miles was married to?
Oh, who?
Tarzan.
Which one?
Which one?
Elmo Lincoln?
No.
Johnny Weissmuller.
No, the bodybuilder dude.
Gordon Scott.
Gordon Scott.
Good call, Andy.
Yeah,
very Gordon Scott.
Apparently, it's always foggy.
Oh, there's that guy.
Oh,
she's not gonna pick him up too, is she?
You be going to Whitewood?
Yes.
As a matter of fact,
Would you take me along with you? It's a dark night for walking.
Doesn't she
No.
use, dude?
Say no.
Oh, they're not gonna kill her too, are they? Who do we have left to root for?
The Reverend Russell's granddaughter, aren't you?
Yes, how did you know?
I know a great deal about Whitewood.
Have you ever been there?
No,
At least they kept the continuity with the bumpy road.
to see me is a special privilege, reserved for a chosen few.
What does that mean?
We'll soon be at Whitewood now.
I'm going to ignore your
As
question.
far as I go, you will.
good God. Oh, my Lord.
That's the second time.
Second time.
So they didn't get her when she first came into town, but now they're going to get her because she knows too much.
Now, wait a minute. Is he a ghost? This happened the second time?
He's
Old Man Witherspoon?
she's the witch, and he's like her.
I seen this movie
Living descendant of those
with my son. With William wanted to watch a horror movie or Matthew like 10 years ago. We watched this very movie.
And after it was over, did he say, "Dad, I want to watch a horror movie"?
No, he liked it. He's like, that was cool. I'm like, yeah, it was like an AMC
Another
or
day.
something.
And tomorrow.
Oh, Jeff Butler says Vera Miles is still alive, 94 years old.
Wow.
What the?
God bless him.
Yeah.
He was great in The Searchers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance.
That's right.
Mm.
What kind of car was that?
I have no idea.
Come on, Billy.
Is
it a Studebaker?
I got to look at it again. If you play it again, I might be able to. This one right here?
No,
He just pulled
right?
away in?
The one with that flat back on it. That.
Oh, I didn't see it. I have to see it again.
Here comes the hipster.
Oh, we got a dog!
Which way to Wamport Road?
Straight ahead, fork in the road. You see a sign, turn left. You heading for Whitewood?
I am. Many people head this way?
Not many.
Is this the only way in and out of the town?
This direction, yep.
You wouldn't remember by any chance a pretty girl in a convertible about a month ago?
The Barlow girl. Read about her in the papers. Never seen her again. Told the police.
Thanks.
You like a cheap bastard.
Is this guy's radio?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Is he listening to the radio, or is this part of the soundtrack? It's,
I'm guessing it's his radio.
it's got to be. Or then again, maybe
Tell me
not.
the way to Whitewood, please.
Another one. Straight ahead, fork in the road.
Wait,
see
that's
a
a different
sign,
dude.
Wamport Road, turn left, takes you
Oh,
right
okay.
in.
But thanks.
Let me warn
Did
you,
they
young
take
fella,
the
they
mirror
don't
out of that
strangers
one?
in Whitewood.
It looks like it,
Okay,
doesn't
fine.
it? Looks
Thank
like
Yeah,
they
the
took
window's
window
out
Yeah.
to get the shot.
It's probably causing glare.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That serviceman's like, man, I haven't seen this many people in years.
And no one's buying any gas. They're just asking for
They're just
directions.
asking for directions.
I know, and he spits at him when they drive. He's like, oh my God.
Now gosh, everybody's dying.
Wow.
Maybe not.
Why, he rolled it and everything.
He's got an engine fire?
Engine fire.
Better get out of there, man. It's gonna blow.
I like in those 70s TV shows where the car goes over the cliff and it blows up before it hits anything.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
That's a Nova. I mean, oh yeah. What is
No,
it?
that's not a Nova.
It's not an old. I had a model of it. What the hell they call it? Let me see. It's a Chevy. What year would you say that would be? 58. Let's just say.
Well, the movie's from 1960.
So yeah, probably 58.
58.
Could be.
It's not a Nova. What was it called?
It might be a 1960 car because a lot of times.
Well, it has spins.
Enough.
Yeah, it's got those
I'll only
spins.
be here a few days.
But the inn is closing.
When?
In 2 days.
I had a
If you
model.
don't mind, I'd like to stay until then.
If you insist.
If you insist.
Well, could I have the same room my sister
Here it
had?
is.
Still available, isn't it?
Yes, it's available.
Mrs. Willis, you told the police that my sister checked
It's
out.
a Nomad. That's what it is. Chevy Nomad. not a
Nomad,
Nova.
yeah.
Nomad.
You're
Yeah.
I went to her room.
Yeah,
found it
I-
empty,
yeah.
Her bed not slept in, her luggage and car gone, and her bill unpaid.
Well, you can put the charges on mine. When was the last time you saw her?
On the evening of February 1st. It was shortly before midnight. She'd been in the lobby here dancing with some of the guests. She seemed to be enjoying herself.
Did any particular guest pay a special attention to her?
And not that I noticed. Your sister kept very much to herself.
You know why she came to Whitewood?
It is not my habit to inquire into people's private business.
Would the fact that she was investigating witchcraft have antagonized anyone in the village?
Just everyone.
There have been other students.
Just
Besides, your
everyone.
sister was a very agreeable and likable young woman.
Well, have you any idea where she might have gone?
None.
Thank you. Now, may I see the room?
As you wish. It is this way.
She came for the sushi.
Stay close to the candles. The stairway can be tortuous.
If you should need anything and I am not at the desk, you have only to ring the bell.
Thank you.
Great looking sets too. I mean,
Yeah.
Wouldn't you love to go through this town on Halloween?
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, look at this shit with the scraggly trees and bushes and the fog.
Marcus Gilliger says, "Does this guy have on lingerie too?"
I was about to say he gets undressed. He has the same stuff on his sister had on.
Oh, that would be funny. They sacrifice this dude. You know, they pull this shirt off. He's got a pussy head.
Seriously, man, don't you want to draw that guy's face?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
you're old dude.
It's the same women that walked by before.
We're wearing the same thing.
And giving him the same stink eye too. Look at that mug.
Where they just reused the shot from before.
Right?
Probably.
We only usually sacrifice virgins, but we only had access to it in this case.
Hello.
I'm so glad you've come.
Thank you, 200-watt studio.
I saw your car outside the Ravens Inn earlier. I wondered what had happened to you.
I've been talking with Mrs. Newless, and then I took a walk around the village.
Find out anything?
Everyone here seems to be afraid of something.
And you don't think it's just my imagination?
I don't know. Who's to say where imagination ends and truth begins? It's nothing tangible. It's just the way
Typical
they look at
college
you.
professor.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
May I see
Oh,
the,
he's a
uh,
professor.
book
He's
that
not a
man brought?
student.
No,
Yes.
he's a
I
professor.
put a marker between
Oh,
the
okay.
pages where she must have stopped reading. Just sit down and I'll tell my grandfather you're here.
Thank you.
The similarities between this and Psycho are very, very interesting, don't you think?
Very curious. Now, Psycho's from a book. Was Psycho?
Yeah.
So maybe that person made like Psycho Light, like that. The book inspired this film too.
Hmm.
The
Possibly.
book was written by Robert Bloch.
That's right. Who wrote many a Star Trek episode?
He
At
did.
least
He
a few
wrote,
good ones.
two, right?
Did he write Amok Time?
No.
No, he wrote Wolf in the Fold.
Theodore Sturgeon wrote Amok Time. The great sci-fi writer.
Yeah, that was a great episode.
We must kill him now.
Hello.
I warned you, Lucky.
Oh God.
Well, I guess Lottie's not going to get her revenge, is she?
Is that her grandfather?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's blind.
Grandfather, this is
Yeah.
Mr. Barlow.
How do you do, sir?
And he's only 55 years old.
Shall we sit where we'll be more comfortable?
How dare
Here's your
you? He's
chair,
53.
Grandfather. You must be tired.
I'm very tired.
I'm very
I had a
tired.
little
You know,
sleep
I'm,
yesterday
That was a long
for
walk.
the fight.
I'm going to
Sit down
bed
on
now.
the
Fight against what, Mr. Russell?
why are these
Against
portions so
evil,
big?
the defenseless the people are creatures of the devil.
He just
They know
falls
no
asleep
other
while he's
God.
talking to
You mean
him,
they worship Satan here?
and then he
The
shakes.
lights are so low in this
They were stronger
restaurant.
than the present time. For 200 years, the people of Whitewood have carried out rituals that mock the church's teaching.
I find it very hard to believe, sir.
What is a
Do not
service
doubt,
charge?
my son. It is real enough. For years I struggled against the witches. Their master took away my sight.
Seems incredible.
This guy could be
I
Rondo
tried to
Hatton's
convince
dad.
Others.
Mm.
They too found it unbelievable. But I know these people have a pact with the devil to worship him and do his works. In return, He gives them eternal life.
Eternal life?
Aye. And to seal this bargain, they must sacrifice a young girl on 2 nights of the year.
When are these nights, sir?
Candlemas Eve and the Witches' Sabbath.
Candlemas Eve, that's February the 1st. And when is the Witches' Sabbath?
Tonight.
Oh,
yes.
She's history.
This man is Norman McGowan.
No
He
idea it was so
born
late. May
on
I
January
have a rain check on the coffee? I'd like to have
1877.
a few words with Miss Nulis again.
1877?
Yep, and he died on December 31st, 1961.
So a year after this film was made, he died. So he's 73 in this.
Is that what it is? That the math?
Yep.
No.
No,
Yeah.
he's older than that, isn't he?
Dude, 77
What year was
minus
he born?
1877.
Okay, so 23. He's 83 in this.
23. He's 83.
Yeah, he's 83.
Yeah.
Huh?
Aaron just
Well,
hopes his ears are
at
that
least
big
he's
when he's
playing his
83.
Right.
Yeah.
I hope I'm still alive when I'm 83, I guess. Regardless of what I look like.
He's quite dashing as the young Buccaneer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there's a picture of him as a
Miss Russell,
kidnapped. He
do you
was
think that
kidnapped.
Nan's disappearance is connected in some way with these witches' ceremonies?
Yes,
Well, I'd like to come back later if I may.
please do. My name is Pat.
Oh, mine's Richard.
I wonder if we're going to see her lingerie too.
Well, I'm going
me
to
too.
stay until I find out what's happened to Nan.
Oh, yeah, I said it out
Look
loud.
at that. Look at what's going on there.
Now drink your coffee before it gets cold.
You must not see that young man again tonight.
Why not?
The devil comes in many disguises.
I'll get you a spoon. Grandfather, there's a bird in the drawer. It's got an arrow through it.
Go and look at the front door.
It's a sprig of woodbine.
Shut the door. Shut the door, quick.
Grandfather, what does it mean?
Now listen,
You're
my darling.
dead.
This is their sign. The witch's sign.
What can we do?
We must leave here. Leave here immediately.
Stop the car.
She drives off without him.
Sounds like a Batman soundtrack.
Oh, well, she's lift the hood. So what are you going to look for?
Yeah, what is she going to do? Is she going to change his...
Oh, look at that. What is it? I don't know.
Yeah. They wrecked the car, she said. They wrecked it.
Hello? Hello?
And they say no one needs an AR-15, right, Andy Smith?
Hell yeah.
Yes,
Is
Mrs.
anybody
Lewis.
using that phone in 1960?
Mr.
I
Barlow.
love those phones.
Is that for me?
Oh, they're awesome.
Yes.
Hello?
Dick? Dick, I'm in terrible danger. We've got to leave
Have you
Whitewood.
guys seen that shitty Captain America cover that they just released?
No.
It's
No.
Steve Rogers in a phone booth, and in the foreground are bullets coming towards him, and in the background is kind of like an image of Captain America behind the phone booth, kind of like with his hand out like this. Problem is that the bullets include the casing.
No. Oh, God. Oh,
that are flying towards Captain America.
all right, I got to
And
find this.
Captain
I
America.
gotta Google it.
Captain America is holding the hearing part of this type of phone like this. Instead
How is
of
he holding
like
up?
this.
Yeah.
He's holding it like this. His hand is like this, and it's like, dude, did you not do any reference?
Have you never seen The Little Rascals?
Have you never seen? I mean, look at how this woman holds this earpiece. It's very
Right.
unique and specific. All you got to do is say, person talking on, old phone, and a million different Google references will show up at how people hold that receiver.
Oh, my Lord. Let me see. Phone booth. Let me do phone booth.
Yeah, I'm looking for it too.
Try a new cover, new Captain America cover in phone booth.
I have that. I have Captain America cover new in phone booth. Okay, let's do that.
All right.
Not nude in phone booth. That's something different.
That,
Billy.
well,
That's
that
gonna
is
take
way
you to one of
different.
those sites.
Oh, that was
you
my
know-
last. That was my last search for
Yeah.
his actress nude. I can't find it. Is it on like Newsarama or Marvel or some shit?
Yeah, it was on some new. Somebody was advertising it. I saw it on
CBR and those ass kissers. You know. I'm sure they're.
Yeah. It's like if you're gonna draw something, it's a period piece. Do your homework, man.
Golly, Lord.
Yeah,
Boy,
the best is,
CBR.
I mean, you don't have to do a lot of homework to realize that the casing does not go with the bullet.
No.
You know, I'm sorry.
Tell us you're an SJW without telling us you're an SJW.
Tell me you've never fired a gun without actually telling it.
You've never seen a bullet. Yeah, you've
Yeah.
never fired a gun without.
All right. Let's roll this, man. I'm on the edge of my seat.
I know. I'm sorry, guys. I digress.
Pat! Patricia!
Your grandpa.
Now he's angry. Patricia. He's a lot of fun. That brought me a lot of fun.
Pat! Patricia!
That does sound like Batman theme music from
It
the
does.
60s show.
Oh, yeah.
We need the spinning bat. Oh, Grandpa.
Oh, no.
Wasn't that taken
What's
from
happened,
Flight of the
Mr. Russell?
Bumblebee or something like that?
The witches. The witches have
The Green Hornet was.
destroyed it. Mr. Russell, how? The shadow of the cross. To use the cross. I adjure thee, O creatures of salt, by the living God. Mr. Russell.
To the Batcave.
Maitland! Maitland, what's happened?
Oh, what happened to him?
He had the auto accident.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, his car is burning down the forest right now.
That's right. I forgot about that.
His car is burning
It was, man. You could have grilled steaks on that thing.
Don't worry, they attributed it to global warming, though.
Oh, he's got a gun. You think he took the casings off?
Patricia!
Wait a minute. Is that the teacher's name? No, who's Driscoll?
No, he's Dick. He is. He's Dick. He's Richard.
He is.
No, he is. You're right.
Oh.
No, but is Alan Driscoll, is that Christopher Lee?
Oh.
Oh.
Let me check.
Long Dong Driscoll.
Yeah, Long Dong.
Yeah, Driscoll.
Yeah, Long Dong Driscoll is buried right there.
Long
Right.
Dong Driscoll. Very
That's what we've been calling him every time.
real smooth, Aaron.
It was Graham.
Yes, Alan Driscoll is Christopher Lee.
Yeah. We've been calling him Long Dong Driscoll.
Don't do it.
They're waiting for him as soon as he gets down to the bottom.
Yep.
Do you guys know that my wife, we've been together like 31 years or whatever, 32, I don't know. She's never seen a horror movie. She will not see a horror movie with me. Yep. She wouldn't, even when we were young.
Well, what's going to keep her from watching this then?
I don't know. Man.
Exactly.
I like how Billy says we've been married 32 years.
31,
No, we've
32,
been together. We haven't
whatever.
been married.
Yeah,
No, from
whatever.
like
Yeah.
college. You know,
He
from
doesn't even
college.
have a proper date.
Yeah, I know. I've been married 31 years. I know that for a fact.
But
I'm not just.
yeah, I was saying how
estimating.
long we've been together. We've been together like
Okay.
33 years.
38.
Does that count the breakup in the where you guys were separated for a while there and got back together?
If you include the breakup, then it's 89. So the breakup was 2 years.
See, that's the
Those
start.
were Billy's Randy years.
Yes.
Yes.
Did he bring? He
said
didn't,
that. Yes.
he didn't bring a cross with him.
No.
Not fighting
Yeah,
back.
38. What does he need a cross for?
That's what the old guy just told him. The shadow of the cross will save him from the or kill the witches. Kind of getting his vampire. Sort of.
Those pistols he's got.
Well, he's a college professor, Aaron, so he's obviously an atheist.
That's true. He wouldn't have access.
Yeah, he's a communist, you know.
He's a communist atheist.
He's busy equivocating for Hamas.
Right.
Yeah.
Nicodemus, how dare you?
Lottie.
Oh, not Lottie.
She was just standing there and she just fell over with
Yes,
that?
Lottie.
Lottie da.
Lottie Lenya.
That man's name. That man. He's. Oh, wait a minute. He's South African born, so he's actually an apartheidist too. On top.
You've been waiting.
Dick, these are the dead who killed Nan.
Marlowe.
Driscoll.
See, it doesn't. They're already dead.
That's why it's City of the Dead.
Oh, of course, he closed the gun. I love that.
Well, once you're done with your sticks,
Does she fall? Don't they always fall, the women in these movies? Like the dude can get away so easily, but the woman just falls. It's like,
Yeah. Give her a chance, man.
Oh no. You get off my dick.
Who's singing?
Are they gonna rip her clothes off?
Billy, are they gonna rip her clothes off? Do
Come on, Dick, get up.
Come on, Billy. He's got to use that military training and
Yeah,
kick
that's
those,
a meme. If you see that close up, you rewind it back when she's laying down like this, and she's all scared. She just says, "Dick."
Was it a request? What was that?
It was a great shot.
It'd been great if she actually poked Christopher Lee in the eye by accident with that knife.
Get to a cross! A cross! Shadow of a cross!
He looks like a zombie.
Yeah,
I know.
Oh, nice. Oh, Dick went down.
No, that wasn't.
Oh, that's Billy.
That's
What's his
Billy.
name? Biff.
Billy. Bill.
That's right. That's Biff.
Yeah. Well, Bill.
Is it Biff or Billy?
It's
Oh,
Bill.
Billy. Hey, she's got to go pull that knife out.
Yeah, they don't have the knife anymore. Oh no.
Dick, he's moving.
What's the deal with the crossbow?
Something about Shadow of the Cross, I
That
think they
wouldn't
said.
kill him. That
But I'm just like,
it might paralyze him if it got him in his spine, but it wouldn't kill him.
well, it certainly didn't do that.
If it's in his kidney, it'll take him a while. Oh, look at that!
Now we're gonna get him with this pretty little knife. And I'll
It's a
say
great
this,
image
Biff-
and silhouette.
Isn't
I'll
that?
say
Yeah.
this, Biff is a gamer.
I'm gently by the living God!
Oh.
Back to the cross! Come nearer, Bill! Get the shadow of him!
That is a nice shot.
Comes nearer.
Yeah, that is really cool.
finish the sacrifice.
Take that!
Wait. Wait for the hour of 13.
Burn, baby! There's no rhyme or reason behind it. It's like, oh, the cross is within 5 feet.
Lasers at it.
That's not Arch Hall Jr., is it?
No. It kind of looks like him.
I think so.
Oh,
Damn,
it's
look how
really
deep-
deep in his back
Look
now.
how deep it is now. I know. Originally, it was like maybe 3 inches in. That thing's way in there now. It should be sticking out his other side.
Bill
Got to settle with Mrs. Lewis.
Mrs. Lewis.
Same thing.
You stay here.
You stay here.
Yeah, see. This is Psycho. It's going to be like a skeleton head.
Yep.
Vera Miles. Oh, well.
Oh, still burnt up.
They should have gone skull head there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's her.
They didn't have the budget.
What happened to Christopher Reeve, though? Was that him with his
He burned, baby.
He burned.
His arm?
Yeah. Yeah, he burned,
Oh,
man.
that sucked. They could have killed him in a far better way.
Wow. All right.
Okay, that was better than I would have anticipated.
It was.
No terror at Tiny Town.
It was no terror at Tiny Town.
No.
That's for sure. But you know what? When you do a search on YouTube for public domain films, the list there's a huge list, but so much of it is shit, or it's really it's silent, you know. And let's watch a silent movie, you know, one of these things.
We don't have to worry about interrupting any dialogue when we
Exactly.
talk.
Well, that is true. That is true. So maybe next time we'll do a silent one, and then we're not interrupting dialogue, and we can still have some fun with it.
There's that great silent one, the silent demonic one.
Haxon?
Haxon, yes.
Yeah.
That's something we could sit there and eat some popcorn too.
That one is trippy.
Have
Yeah,
you seen?
man.
Have you guys seen The Lodger, Hitchcock's silent film, that Jack the Ripper movie?
No.
Oh, really?
Very interesting.
Oh, they did a
And
remake
it's like-
of it with Laird Krieger.
Yes.
In the 40s.
Mm-hmm. This is the original, directed by a young Hitchcock. I don't know if he was thin or still fat, but he was young. Silent version, The Lodger.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
I don't know if it's public domain or not, but
yeah, I
What
I
if
don't
you
know.
play these movies like at 1.25 speed? Can that help protect you if it's a movie on YouTube or something?
I don't know if it can, but really, who wants to watch it like that?
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. You can stream a watch party on Amazon, and you can do any movie on Amazon. But the problem is that you can't schedule it. So we couldn't say, okay, it's 7:00 tonight, we're going to watch Terminator 2. It's like you just put it up there. You send the link to people you want it to see it, and then they can chime in at any time on it. But they have to have
Secret Bros or something, Secret Bros, or like code words or something. And
right.
Speaking of bros, what do you know what we're doing for Halloween?
Not yet. I'm still working on it. I got some ideas. But I'm still working on it.
Nice.
That's gonna be great.
Yeah, that's gonna
Very
be
nice.
Halloween night on the Bros.
Yeah, we gotta get some Halloween lighting and stuff like that for our studios.
Oh my God! Now it's my show, and I got homework. What is it?
No, Halloween lighting. I gotta get. Oh, forget it.
Got homework.
Yeah. Now I gotta go homework. I gotta go shower.
gotta go buy lights and scrims and set up this whole thing.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm. You know what? Maybe the show should be in the dark. We
I was
can
just
turn the
saying, dude,
lights
all you have to do is Right. All you have to do is turn your lights off.
Yeah.
And
I get like
be
one green
illuminated
one
by
or
your
one
screen.
purple light bulb or something.
Just be lit by your computer screen.
Right,
Yeah, or
that's what I'm
the
saying.
light box.
There you go. Or your light.
See, look at that.
Yeah, get that underlight.
He's got that Werewolf of London look to him right there.
I do. Dude, I do that all the time when I'm doing it in my mirror, and I put the light, and I'm like,
that's it.
You got to get yourself a little Scully cap. Wear that and do it.
yeah, because he was like, but he squinted. Remember, he's like,
yeah.
Yeah, you look just like
pretty good. That's pretty good.
All you need,
I gotta get some loot or something. I can get the pompadour up, and
all you need is the hat and the overcoat, and you're ready to kill.
Yeah, and the scarf.
Yeah, the scarf. Put the scarf on because you don't want to get cold.
Definitely the most Jerry Seinfeld's wrong. Frankenstein is not the best dressed monster. It's definitely the Werewolf of London.
I'd say, or Frederick March is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Oh yeah, he was always.
Yeah, that's true. He did dress up.
The tails.
That's a great movie.
That is
a great movie, and the effects that Ruben Napoleon did with the lighting, and the makeup, and then changing the filters.
Yep.
You guys know about that, right?
Pierce, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
No, this wasn't Pierce.
No,
it
it wasn't Pierce. This is
Paramount.
an MGM film. And they would put makeup on Frederick March that you couldn't see, and then they would put a filter over the camera lens, like a green filter or a red filter, that would bring out that makeup. So then all of a sudden he's like,
yeah.
And then they throw the thing on, and then all of a sudden now you got the dark circles under the eyes and the makeup that's defining his face and shit, and it's just amazing.
Well, the one thing you learn about that movie is that you always want to dress up before you beat your hooker.
Well, I think that is going to be Aaron's quote on his tombstone. Remember, always dress up before you beat your hooker.
Yeah.
No, he just needs to do that below his name instead of Kit Carter, Planet of Doom. It just needs to say, always dress up before you beat your hooker.
Oh, yeah. That one's going to outlive you, brother.
Is that the quote? Is that what you told Josh when he was younger? He's like, Josh, I have one thing to impart
before you go off to college.
Before you go off to college.
Always know this.
Yeah.
Always know.
No, that was the vivacious Miriam Hopkins who played the Lady of the Evening.
Yes, that is right.
Remember how he totally manhandled her in the tavern, and then the guy came to her aid, and what did he?
He just beat him with that cane. He just
is that what he beat him with?
This is brutal. That movie.
How about when
brutal.
he trips him too? He's like, puts the cane out, trips the guy, and he's like, beats the shit. Yeah, he was great. And then
that's hilarious.
Cade, he starts off and he's like a Neanderthal. Yeah. And then he goes and he becomes more Cro-Magnon looking.
Yeah.
And then finally, at the end, very end,
like a monkey.
He's got all the shit pulling his eyes down.
Yeah.
Really, really cool as he's getting deeper and deeper, the more of that drug that he was taking, Yeah. It's like a meth head,
Yeah.
Man,
really
I wish too bad he didn't win the Oscar for that performance.
Yeah, that was great.
What he did? Oh my goodness. Aaron Lepresti, nice.
That's right.
He tied with Wallace Beery for the champ.
He did. Yeah,
that's right. Is it the only horror film?
Yep.
Won Best Actor.
Yep. Until Silence of the Lambs, if you want to consider Silence of the Lambs a horror film.
Yeah, I don't know that I would.
I don't either. I really don't.
Psychological thriller, I'd say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys remember, and I brought this up before, probably not on our channel, but maybe on mine, I don't know. But in The Fly, Jeff Goldblum, there was much talk around Hollywood that he was going to get a nomination for Best Actor for Cronenberg's Fly. And then they were saying, well, he'll be the first guy to get nominated for a horror film since
Frederick March
and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And it didn't happen, sadly.
Mm-mm.
That is
Although
sad.
he was very good in The Fly.
He was.
Paul Taylor, Spencer Tracy did do a version in the 40s with
terrible.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Although it has Lana Turner as his girlfriend and Ingrid Bergman as the hooker.
Yeah.
Which was kind of strange. Yeah. But a lot of saucy babes in
that.
that.
That's why they destroyed all the cans or everything they could find of March's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, right?
I
think they
yes,
destroyed it
because the studio didn't want it compared to. But how do you compare a Hays Commission film with a pre-code film?
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, because she was very sexy and enticing. Remember, like with her legs sticking out of the
Yes.
bed and all
Miriam
that?
Hopkins. Yeah, that was a saucy film.
Saucy.
And then the scene. No, seriously, I made a joke about it, but the scene where he has her in the apartment, and he's like beating the crap out of her. I mean, it is just like a really troubling, unnerving scene.
Yeah, and then she becomes like PTSD about this guy showing
Yeah.
up, and she's trying to get out of this abusive relationship.
Yeah.
It's very, very topical and very, very scary.
Yeah, it really is.
Great film.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen that in the chat, check it out. Frederick March in Dr. Jekyll or Dr. Jekyll.
Jekyll and Mr. Heed.
Yeah. From
It's supposed to be hide and it's supposed to be hide and seek.
Now, did any of you guys ever see Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde?
No, I never.
In the 70s?
Yeah, there was a Hammer film, wasn't it, where the guy took the potion and he became a woman? So it's kind of like the first transvestite film. Or
That's
something.
so topical.
Yeah, it should be made today. Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
What was the one with Bernie? Who was that famous blaxploitation actor? Bernie. He was in a lot of those 70s.
Bernie Casey?
Yes. It was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. White or something like that. So he's a black doctor and he takes the potion and turns into a white albino.
I remember scenes from that.
Well, have you ever seen Blackenstein?
No, I've seen Blackula and Scream, Blackula, Scream. Those
are good.
I know they are.
Those are very good. William Marshall is absolutely incredible.
Yes.
In those. I mean,
and he was also
I love William Marshall. He's just a really great Shakespearean actor. And he really brings a lot of gravitas to that. But Blackenstein, not so much.
I would think that was probably not great.
Yeah, it ain't good.
Now, William Marshall was in the Star Trek episode, right? With the computer.
Yeah, the ultimate computer.
Ultimate computer. Yeah.
Yeah. He was Dr. Richard Daystrom.
That's right.
I am great. You are great.
We must not kill. We must not kill.
Years of perfecting perfection and people saying I was crazy.
And Spock gives him the old thing.
Yeah, the best is when Captain Kirk tries to curtail him and put his arm around him. Now Kirk is like 5'7", 5'8", maybe, with his lifts, and William Marshall has got to be 6'4".
Yeah, he's a huge guy.
Yeah, he's a really tall guy.
We're gonna pull the plug, Daystrom. No, you can't.
No, that's William Marshall was the king of cartoons, wasn't it?
Who's that?
On Pee-wee's Playhouse, wasn't William Marshall king of cartoons?
I don't know.
I don't know. I never watched Pee-wee's.
It was. I don't think it was Bernie Casey. I think it was William Marshall.
Yeah.
I think it was Blackula himself.
Wow. That's funny.
Yeah.
Hellraiser says Hammer is releasing a new Jekyll and Hyde movie with Eddie Izzard. I don't know who that is.
Eddie Izzard's great.
Eddie Izzard's a comedian.
Yeah, he's a comedian. He played
British
Charlie
guy.
Chaplin in The Cat's Meow.
I bet if you saw him, you'd recognize him.
Cross dresses.
Well, no, part of his
Yeah,
act.
he does.
and
He
stuff.
does.
Sister Hyde. Sister Hyde.
Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde.
Yeah, it's true. Could. Yeah. I haven't seen him do anything in a long time.
Well, we're going to get to see him as Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, apparently.
That's right.
I'm trying to remember. He was on a...
There's a new Frankenstein film being made with two different guys.
It's Oscar Isaac is like the monster, right? All
no,
5'6" of them.
Oscar Isaac, I think, is Dr. Frankenstein, and the guy who was the second Spider-Man,
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield, is the monster.
Oh, okay.
No way.
No. He's
Andrew
tiny.
Garfield?
Yeah.
How is he that? Oh
And not one of them is over 6 foot tall.
Yeah, at least Andrew Garfield is skinny, so he looks taller.
Yeah.
It's just.
I'm sure they'll make the monster, trans or something.
He'll be both the monster and the bride.
Yeah. Don't pull that lever.
You got a torso of a woman. What were you thinking?
Oh,
That's all they had.
You have a woman's torso sewed onto a guy's hips. You know?
Oh
So
gosh.
it's got the boobs and the.
Now this sounds like an Andy Warhol film. Now.
Yeah. Oh my God, you could have so much fun with that.
Oh, it's all I could find in the graveyard. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
It was last minute.
It was the only fresh stuff in there.
Exactly.
Oh boy.
Oh well.
Well, guys, I want to thank everybody in the chat for coming in and watching this movie. This is, we've done these watch parties before of various levels of quality. This one was actually a very decent film.
It wasn't bad.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun, and I hope the guys, the bros that came in, enjoyed it as well. We always have a great time getting together. And tomorrow we're going to be doing Megan on 31 Days of Monsters at 9 o'clock in the morning. So we got an extra hour, Aaron, because it's Saturday, so it's 9 o'clock. So
wait a second. Are you talking the new? Are you talking the new movie?
But if we don't, can we eat cereal or something?
What's that?
You should eat cereal while you're.
Yeah, Frankenberry.
I know you don't eat cereal.
Eggs and
I know.
Look, I got a box of Frankenberry right there behind me on the shelf.
I can see it. Graham, are you talking Megan, the movie that came out in the past year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How are you gonna watch that? Or are you just discussing it?
We discuss it. Yeah. Everybody knows what the playlist is, so they watch it ahead of time, and then we discuss it on the 31 Days of Monsters. So
I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was pretty good. I didn't see the uncut version. I saw the PG-13 theater release version.
Oh yeah, I didn't see the uncut version either. What's that on?
There's more gore and stuff, and it's more of a rated R type thing.
Damn it. That's walking out of the theater, I was like, that was pretty good, but should have made it R. So
there's some movies though, like I just watched one of the ones we just did was The Hallow, which was definitely a PG-13 movie. Very evocative, very scary, and it had no gore per se, other than stuff that they indicate. They don't actually show it. Very effective PG-13 movie.
Oh yeah, I mean they can be done.
There's a lot of them that are really, really good that they don't need to add the extra shit to. Some movies have to have it. You do Train to Busan. It's got to be rated R. You can't. So. But anyway, thank you everybody. I hope you have a great weekend. We will see you tomorrow for Megan. And
there you go.
Joy, day 27 of 31 Days of Monsters.
Fantastic.
Oh,
and
yeah,
happy birthday, Theodore Roosevelt.
TR.
Yes. Thanks for the invite.